Okay, just I am sharing the same. We have to see the last part of the unit 4, that is a colloidal state. Very fast we will see. See, in the colloidal state, first of all, we should know what is a colloid. Okay, what is a colloids? Colloids, or say the particularly that colloids are present in the colloidal system, which is comprised of the uniformly distributed, finely divided particle, which is termed as a disperse phase. In a okay, colloidal systems is comprised of a uniformly distributed, finely divided particles, which is called as the disperse phase in a continuous phase. इसे कहते हैं dispersion medium, मतलब जैसे कि solid in solvent. Okay, the term colloid was introduced in the 1961 by the Scottish chemist Thomas Graham. Colloid means a solid, liquid or gaseous substance made up of very small, insoluble, non-diffusible particle that remains in the suspension in a surrounding solid, liquid or gaseous medium of the different matter. Colloid particle size ranges from less than 1 nanometer to as large as 1 micron. That may come for the MCQ. Emulsion is a colloidal dispersion in which both the disperse phase and the dispersion medium are immiscible liquids. उसे emulsion कहते हैं. Example means the particles of the disperse phase are the size of near about 0.1 micron to the 1 micron in diameter. 1 micron is equal to 10 raised to minus 6 meter. Okay. Then emulsions are classified in two ways. That is a OW or say WO. OW, oil in water, and WO is nothing but a water in oil emulsion. Oil in water emulsion, it means that the disperse phase is an oil and the dispersion medium is water. Water is a continuous phase and oil is the discontinuous phase. Example, milk, vanishing cream, and the complexion, that particular milks, complex milk. Then water in oil, it means that the disperse phase is water and the dispersion medium is nothing but the oil. You can see example, butter is there, then the cold cream is there. These are the oily to touch and called as a oily emulsion. उसे oily emulsion भी कहा जाता है. Emulsions show all the properties of the colloidal dispersion such as the Tyndall phenomenon, electrophoresis, and Brouwerman movement. Now, what is a sol? Sols are colloidal dispersion in which the disperse phase is in solid and the dispersion medium is liquid. Abhi sol, colloids, emulsions, sols. These are very much important. It may come for the MCQ purpose. Hydrosols, if the dispersion medium is water, they are called as hydrosol. Okay, hydrosols, then salts are classified in types lyophilic and lyophobic. Lyophilic is nothing but a liquid loving or say liquid attracting. Lyophobic is nothing but a liquid hating or say liquid repelling. Lyophilic salts, liquid loving or liquid attracting. Lyophilic salts are of substance such as a gum, gelatin, and the starch. This example you have to remember because it may come for the MCQ. These salts are comparatively stable because there is an attraction between the disperse phase and the dispersion medium. These salts are viscous and have a higher viscosity and a lower surface tension than that of the dispersion medium. Dispersed solids in a salt can be precipitated by the addition of an electrolyte. This is called as a coagulation. Coagulation किसे कहते हैं? That may come for the MCQ. A large amount of the electrolyte is necessary to coagulate the dispersed solid in a lyophilic salt. These salts are also called reversible salt. It is because of the fact that after coagulation, they can again be reconverted into the colloidal form. In lyophilic salts, the colloidal particles not very markedly show electrophoresis and cannot be easily detected in the ultra microscope. Lyophobic salts, liquidating or liquid repelling. Lyophobic salts are salts of metal, sulfurs, and silver halide. These salts are comparatively more unstable because the disperse phase and the dispersion medium repel one another. These salts are non-viscous and they have the viscosity. This may come for the MCQs. Just read that gel is nothing but the colloidal dispersion in which the disperse phase is liquid and dispersion medium is solid. Example, they have cheese, butter, wood polishes, curd, etc. ओरिजिन ऑफ द चार्ज ऑन द कोलाइडल पार्टिकल कि कोलाइडल पार्टिकल पे चार्ज कहाँ से आता है. ओके, it is an experimental fact that when the hydrophobic salt is placed in electric field, all particles migrate towards one of the electrodes, showing that they are either positively or negatively charged with respect to the dispersion medium. This migration of the colloidal particles under the influence of an electric field is called as electrophoresis. The charge on the colloidal particle may be due to the self-dissociation, medium preferential adsorption and a complex formation. अभी self dissociation मतलब क्या कि जो colloidal particles है वो खुद dissociate हो जाएंगे. Okay, and dissociate होने के बाद there will be the charge separation. Soaps which are the sodium salt of the long chain of fatty acid dissociation in the solution giving rise to the ion. The anion of the acid then come closer to the due to van der Waals forces existing between hydrocarbon chain to form an ionic micelle of colloidal size, उसे negative charge colloids कहते हैं. This can be represented as the probable explanation of this negative charge possessed by the soap particles as a follow. RCOO gives you the RCO minus plus Na plus. This particular XRCOO will gives you that particular complex, that association of the colloidal particle, and it is called as a micelle. Medium, the charge on the colloidal particle may be due to the medium in which they are present. Proteins are positive charge in acidic medium, negative charge in the alkaline medium. Proteins molecule have a carbonyl group and amino group. Okay. Medium is preferential adsorption. In the most of the cases, the charge on the colloidal particle is due to the preferential adsorption of the ions common to the particles. Since the colloidal particles have a large surface area, they are capable of absorbing either positive or negative ions from the medium in which they are prepared. Example, colloidal silver chloride particles have a negative charge due to adsorption of chloride ions when excess of potassium chloride solution is treated with the silver nitrate solution. Instead, when excess of silver nitrate solution is used, the resulting salt particle possesses a positive charge due to the adsorption of the silver ion. In both the above cases, the positive charge ions, that is the potassium and nitrogen, okay, then complex formation, the salts of the metal. पूरा लिख मोहम्मद. Okay. The concept of the electrical double layer, two models are there, Helmholtz and the Stern model is there. Both the diagram has been shown here. Electrical double layer, you can see the accumulation of this positive charge on the one of the side of this particular you can say the colloidal particle, and to that other side the negative charge will be there. Okay, one Helmholtz model, you can see there is a fully one side is having the positive charge and another side is having the fully negative charge. But in case of the Stern model, that there will be the random moment of this particular negative charge and the positive charge will be the randomly arranged. Okay, now the electrokinetic phenomena, electrophoresis. It is a old concept that you have studied in the SY also. The migration of the electrically charged colloidal particle under an applied electric potential is called as the electrophoresis or electrophoretic effect. इसकी भी चेंज करने को बोल बार बार, तुम भी मत करो. The apparatus consists of the U-tube provided with the stopcock and a funnel-shaped filling tube also provided with the stopcock, which is attached to the back of the U-tube. A solution of suitable electrolyte with density less than that of the sol is placed in the U-tube. The sol is then introduced into the U-tube through the funnel-shaped tube. The sol displaces the electrolyte upwards and form a sharp boundary in the two arms of the U-tube. Platinum electrodes are then inserted and connected to the terminal of the high voltage battery to produce a suitable voltage. When the colloidal particles are positively charged, it is observed that the level of the solution falls gradually at the positive electrode. Similarly, if the particles are negatively charged, the reverse phenomena takes place. Electrophoresis can be utilized to measure the rate with which the colloidal particles migrate. The rate of the migrations are expressed in terms of the electronegative mobility. You can see electrophoretic mobility, the rate of migration of the colloidal particles in meter per second under the potential drop of 1 volt per centimeter is called as the electrophoretic mobility. The formula is given by, it is then you can calculate the zeta potential. Zeta potential is nothing but the n mu divided by d epsilon 0. Nu is the electrophoretic mobility of the particles in meter per second. N is the viscosity in kilogram per meter per second. D is the dielectric constant, and epsilon 0 is the permeability of that medium. What are the uses of this electrophoresis? Electrophoretic apparatus is useful technique to determine the nature of the charge on the colloidal particles, and it is widely used for the fraction and the analysis of the proteins. You can analyze the polysaccharides, nucleic acid, and other complex substances of the biological importance. Another concept of is electroosmosis. Then there is a streaming potential. Then Donan electron, that membrane, Donan membrane equilibrium is there. Okay, next concept electroosmosis we will see in the next lecture.